wasting time getting going on a live stream, just like I'm wasting time making videos. Have you ever seen somebody, and honestly, all the 4 people that watch my channel, have you ever seen somebody that posts as much as I do for as long as I have? I'm thinking I've been on here 7 years. You ever seen somebody that's been posting weekly for 7 years only get 100 views per video? Really? And you guys, you don't think that's rigged somehow? 7 years posting information, and I can't get but 100 views. I can't get but 15 people on a live stream, and that's on a good day. Really? All part of the show. Nothing to see here. All part of the programming. This program sucks the literal life out of you. Sucks every will to live. If I weren't so freaking stubborn, that's why I'm stubborn. I should have just gave up years ago, because what's the point? What's the point of fighting so hard to end up sometimes even worse than when you started? I mean, my life is important as a NASCAR race. Who in the heck drives 500 miles to get out in the same place they started? That's what my life feels like. I've driven 1,000,000 miles to be in the same freaking place I started. Now, I was way ahead of the game before this program stole everything from me. And no one since has given me a valid reason besides what I claim it to be. No one. Why'd you lose everything? Government. Oh, what did the government do? They took it. How'd they do it? Well, an undercover spy operation. Put me on a terrorist watch list. Oh, really? Oh, look, a Mexican texting on the phone. No excuses, though. No excuses. Just one of the things that happens. And the worst part is, this has been reported on for years, where the government puts people on watch lists who shouldn't be on there. Tulsi Gabbard's on a watch list. Why? Because Hillary Clinton said so. Because if you support America and you support freedom, oh, you got to be a Russian agent. Golly gee. What did I do? What did I do to deserve this? What did I do for my life to be turned upside down and be surveilled 24 hours a day? And it is 24 hours a day. They've got cameras all in my house, in my TV. All my devices are hacked. I was hunting the other day. I'll tell you guys this. I mean, if you've ever seen me when I comment, my comments just disappear. My comments on my own channel disappear. So I was out hunting, and I got the world's biggest failure of hunting video to do for you. And I'm going to catch so much crap for it, but world's biggest failure at hunting video coming up soon. So I thought I shot this deer with my bow, and I text the woman next door. I said, I can't find you tonight because it's dark. Do you mind if I walk your property tomorrow so I can try to find the deer? And she said, oh, that's no problem. Thank you for telling me. So the next day, I text her. I said, hey, just wanted to let you know, because she's got some very vicious dogs. I said, just wanted to let you know I'm going to walk on the property if that's still okay. She said, oh, that's no problem. I said, okay, great, thanks. And then she texts me back, where are you going to be walking at? And I said, I'll be walking a grid pattern back and forth. Now, this person, we've always been nice and cordial, never had a cross word. I don't regularly cuss. I only cuss when I lose my freaking temper, which is, about once a week I have a blow off. Kind of like a pressure cooker. You got to let the steam off. Still not forget. I mean, God still forgives me, but He don't want me doing it. So I'm talking to Tex because these new gloves I got, because it's so cold, they're thick. So I can't really text, so I'm talking to text. And I say, I'm walking a grid pattern back and forth, side to side to find it. So I go to push send, and it sends it. And on my phone, I don't know about yours, but mine, because I'm targeted, on mine, when I send it, the message doesn't go away. It stays loaded up in the send column. So she didn't text me nothing else. And I was like, that's weird. She didn't respond back. Let me see if she got it. And I looked, and it's still in the send column. Hasn't sent yet. Well, I scrolled up and said, oh gosh, it did send. I scrolled to the top of the message, and the top of the message started with the F word. It said, effing going in, as if I cussed her. I said walking, and it got F-U-C-K-I-N-G. Now, I don't use that word, so it shouldn't be in my programmed words list. So it was actually typed in, and I have not since had communication with this person. So just one word that I did not say or type going to a person that I may need in the future, and now possibly that person has animus against me because my phone's hacked. It's just like, it was last week, and I can't remember who it was. I don't know if it was Cheryl or if it was Zoloft who said, my messages are disappearing. And I looked, and I could not find the comments. I could not find her comments at all. So I commented, yeah, mine disappeared too. Well, last night, I'm scrolling through my stream looking for comments that I haven't responded to, and there pops up 2 of her comments that never showed up before. They just magically pop up. And for people who don't know YouTube, you can go through and have like keywords that are blocked, and then you can review those. I don't have any of those features on. I don't like this. You get on here and you're just bashing me, I'm not going to listen to it. It ain't worth my time. And I don't want my other subscribers seeing that, because people that are targeted are already frail and fragile. I mean, I'm a ticking time bomb pretty much. But just the fact of every single day getting kicked in the freaking teeth. But when I tell you guys, there's nothing in my life that hasn't been corrupted. Everything in my life has been messed with. Everything. So, just another example, look at my YouTube channel. Now listen, I tried to edit, and they would delete it. I tried to edit, they would report it. I tried to edit, they just take it, they would just change it up. I tried to edit, and they remove it. There's 1,000 things that I've tried to do to make this channel better, but they will not let me do it. So all they got to do is shut it down. I mean, how many right now got the notification that I'm going live? How many? 1, 2 people? Out of all the people, I've got 684 to 86 subscribers, but I can't get but 8 people in the comment stream or on a live stream and can't get but 2 likes? 8 out of 650? Shouldn't the people that are on my stream, and it does show me that only half of the people that watch my videos are subscribed. That's still 300 people. So out of 300, I can't get but 6 people? That's because of the lockdown on my channel. And people think, well, it's YouTube's locking you down because you say the words. It's not YouTube doing it. That's what people don't understand. This program, and I've shown this before. Maybe I need to go back in my files and show you guys. Everything before it comes to my phone, it goes to the DOD in Ohio. When you log onto my phone, you go to IP address on the What About phone on my phone and my computers, all my devices. You go to About phone, and it says IP address. It lists a town in Ohio, DOD, first. When you type in the IP address, every one of my IP addresses go to the DOD, Department of Defense, first, before it even comes to me. And then people still say, oh, you're silly, and then I show it. I mean, I can go to my You can go on Facebook and see where you logged in from. And on my Facebook, it shows that I logged in from Longview, Texas, from Sweden, from Holland, Washington, D.C., from the DOD. It shows that I've logged in at all these different places. I stay within 3 counties all the time. The only time I've left the States to go to the beach once in 5 years. But every day on a daily basis, somebody logs into my IP address from around the world. The literal world. You're just a dumb hillbilly. You don't know nothing. Ain't nobody after you. Then why is somebody logging into my IP address? Why does my channel get 8 views on a live stream? And you guys remember, about 8-9 months ago, I had 3 or 4 live streams in a row at this time during the day, and the biggest one got 3,000 viewers. It's like they just took the freaking restrictions, or something happened where the restrictions came off and I was able to be heard. They don't stop me from talking. They stop me from being heard. There's a difference. That's the whole thing about shadow banning. There's the Jesus people. There's the Jesus people. Thank you, Jesus. So, if I'm crazy, what'd you say? I'm crazy. All right, I'll just admit for the world, I am crazy. To the standard of the world, I am crazy. So, why would you try to silence a crazy person? Right? Well, I mean, he's crazy. Because that's the number one part of this program, is it vilifies anybody with my opinion, with the things that I say. Oh, that's just crazy. You're just crazy, so we don't have to listen to you. So, if I'm crazy, the easiest way to debunk someone that's crazy is let them talk. Because their insanity that's flying from their lips will let everybody know how insane they are. So then why censor me? If I'm crazy, don't censor me. But that's what they do. That's why shadow banning is so effective. And that's why I know from the bottom of my heart, if 1,000 people right now tried to log on and watch my live stream, it would not show up that there's a live stream. Let me tell you this. Tina and I are in a relationship. On Facebook, we are in a relationship. She follows me and I follow her. She never sees me post. I never see her post. If she posts, it doesn't matter what she posts. If she posts with my name on the post, I still do not see it. Her channel on Facebook is completely invisible to me. I'm not blocked. She's not blocked. We are not blocked from each other. But trying to view my channel from her Facebook account, I don't show up anywhere. How does that happen? How? It's like with my children. I don't see their post at all. Now I can believe my oldest daughter, she don't like follow me. She says it's too much political stuff. And I really don't post that much political stuff anymore. I just, on my Facebook, it's more police accountability. I reshare videos of corrupt cops, and I'll talk, about weather modification. I've really been hard on the this BlackRock crap stealing the people's homes. And by the way, let me update you on that. The Amish came down from Pennsylvania, and a man in Black Mountain, in an Asheville area, donated like 20 acres of his farmland. He gave approval for the Amish to build tiny houses, and the Amish came in and built 20 or 30 tiny houses in just a few days. The Amish know how to build. They built 20 or 30 tiny houses in a few days. People moved in, started getting warmed up, started to get a little normalcy back in their lives, especially people with children. The state came in last week, shut them down, and kicked them out and said it's unlawful for you to be in these tiny houses. Why? because they don't want these people to be able to renew their lives. They don't want them to be able to get back up on their feet so they can keep their land. They're already going in and stealing land. They're kicking people out of perfectly good tiny homes that are brand new, just built, all furnished with power. And they're kicking all of these victims of weather warfare out of their homes. That's your America. If you watch the FEMA hearings on Capitol Hill, they fired a woman because she was told if it's got a Trump sign or they're a Trump voter, do not offer assistance. This is documented. So they fired her as the scapegoat, and then they find the real woman. It was passed down from the very top. If they're Trump supporters, don't help them. So FEMA, the only thing FEMA's been doing in the mountains of North Carolina is stealing supplies that have been shipped in. They're stopping people from getting help, and they're stopping the help from getting there. That's FEMA. FEMA is an arm of the government. And guess what? The National Guard's been doing the same thing. They didn't call the National Guard to help. They called the National Guard in as law enforcement to keep FEMA safe while they steal the children from the weather warfare victims. So the 10 people that are in here, does that sound crazy? What I found crazy is because I got a great idea for social media, guys. Tell me if this ain't a great idea. We should be able to share our algorithm. So an algorithm is programmed for you. Everybody's got a different algorithm on their channel. So your channel recommends things to your liking. Why don't we have an option to share our algorithm with others? So then these cop suckers out there who say cops don't beat people up, well, when they're pro-cops, it never shows them the bad cops. All it shows them is the cops saving kiddies from climbing on top of a telephone pole. Why can't we share our algorithm? Because the people on here that deny everything I'm saying, and I always bring receipts, if they can see my algorithm and see that, yes, I've got it. I've got the receipts to prove what I'm saying, but I got the paper that proves it. Then all this, well, I don't believe that crazy son of a gun, that would be over. That would cease to exist. I mean, the trolls would still be there popping their gums, bumping their gums. It's just, I mean, honestly, can anybody in here give me a thumbs up? Can you comment? If you had a comment earlier, I see one roll by. Good seeing you're back. 2 questions. What became of the red Chevy truck? I sold it. As a normal guy, how'd you get on a terrorist watch list? I have no idea. Terrorist watch list, when Facebook first came out, this chick I was dating at the time was like, hey, you need to get on Facebook so we can communicate. And I got on there, and the first post was me, her girlfriend, and another guy drunk in the back of my Chevy van. Me and her had a lot of fun that night, all night, all drinking moonshine. They all ended up sick but me because I was a professional at drinking moonshine. Anyway, I digress. Once I got on Facebook, because I'm a sponge, I started researching. And I knew that 9/11 was BS to begin with. I knew that goat humpers from the Middle East were not flying jets into buildings in New York City. So I got on there and I started sharing 9/11 truths. I started sharing what's going on, and I started speaking out about Barack Obama. Now, how do I say this accurately? My life has always been very odd. My whole life has been very odd. Even as a child in elementary school, I got picked on by teachers, by students, by lunch ladies. I was always the exception. I was always the one pointed out. It was always me. I wasn't a troublemaker, but everywhere I went, people were attacking me. It's like I was born with a big red target on me, and it never made sense. I was treated the absolute 180 difference from my sisters. When they were sick, Mom and Dad take the hospital. When I was sick, I just had to get over it. When they needed braces, they got it. When I needed braces, I got this. My parents always treated me differently. My family always treated me differently. Schools always treated me differently. Employers always treated me differently. Everybody in my life has always treated me negatively, no matter what. No matter what. So I've always been targeted. It's just the program wasn't obviously and overt to me until I started seeing, it's like the blinders were taken off my eyes and they're like, hey, we're going to kill your fiance. Hey, we're going to kill you. Hey, we're going to have a judge fire your attorney. So I was born into this somehow. What's that old song? Born under a bad moon? Something like that. I was born losing. And I've had a lot of success in my life, but I always had to work 4 times harder than the average person. Always. And I get my work ethic from my grandfather. When I was 12 years old, I was picking up big stone and helping him lay stone. My grandpa was a mason, a roofer. He could build a house from the bottom to the top, wire it all. I mean, from the dirt to the roof, my grandpa could do it all. So I learned my work ethic from him. But I always had to try 5 times harder than everybody else. When I get up in the morning, it isn't simply me getting up and going to take a leak, put my shoes on and leaving. It's what obstacle am I going to hit between here and the dining room? What's the next hurdle I've got to get between the dining room and the toilet? Literally, there are roadblocks in every stage of my life. There's a roadblock. Everywhere I go, there are roadblocks in front of me. Everywhere I go, there are planes following me. There are drones following me. There's people stalking me. It doesn't matter. And this has been my entire life. Now, when it went overt, that was literally like, it's like the movie The Matrix. When Neo woke up and he was in this tank with a hose coming out of the back of his head, and they were sucking the lifeblood out of humans. I woke up and that's what my life became. I mean, it's just like hunting. You guys seen anybody hunt as much as me and get nothing done? I could go in the middle of the Blue Ridge Mountains right now in 50,000 acres, and there'll be somebody within 50 yards of me making noise. Or there'll be a plane directly above me blasting a place with frequency, stopping deer from running through. I mean, it doesn't matter. I can go in a room of 1 million people and everyone will be looking at me. It is the most, and people that know me know this. And that's why everybody stays away. Everyone is terrified that they're going to catch this like it's poison ivy. You get to a point where you've been beaten down so much that putting in a valiant effort is just like, nope, it's pointless. Go out and kill yourself to make, it's like today. I'm going to sell some totes and maybe make $200. Well, my alternator shot out of my truck, right? So I called Advance last night, and they said, oh, yeah, $64 for an alternator. You sure? Yeah, because I was going to order one, but it's going to take till December 5th to get here. Well, the gas is going to take to drive my Bronco is going to equal more than just ordering it and paying extra and having it now. So, $70 for the alternator. So I go today, and the guy calls me, hey, I'm on the way. I said, okay, I'll meet you there. So I'm going to make $200 selling these totes. Well, I go to Advance to get the part, and the part's not $64. That's the wrong one. The one it is $160. So I'm going to make $200, spend $160, put $40 in my pocket, and that's not going to put a half tank of gas in my Bronco to get to where I'm going to sell the stuff that I need to sell. So it's like you get up every day for no reason at all except to get up. And even worse than that, It would be different. There's a difference. I would be better off just getting up and sitting on the couch all day and doing nothing. Because doing nothing all day will cost me nothing. But as soon as I leave that house, it costs me more than to do nothing. The only reason I'm still going is I'm just too stupid to know I can't win. And really, the only reason I'm still alive is because I know somebody's trying to kill me. You see, they had me beat. When they were just using V2K, when they were just putting voices in my head, I knew that I wasn't crazy. I knew it wasn't me. But the minute, and let me rephrase, let me back up a minute. Let me go back. Think that's a voice in my head. And it took a year and a half of war, actual war. My house with a gun 30 days straight. I didn't leave the house. My employee would show up in the morning, I'd give him a check, give me a reason not to blow my brains out. 30 days straight. I was begging God, tell me why this is happening. I need to go back and pull up some of the memories and show the new people on here what I went through. It would blow your mind what they did to me. I lived in a mobile home on 10 acres of land. And where I lived at, it was on top of a hill near the lake. And it was nothing but rock. And you could, in high school, the little kids that want to pick on you, they don't run in your face. They wait till they get to the exit door of the gym, all the way across the basketball court to go, nanny, nanny, boo, boo. Well, when I was by myself after they killed my fiance and stolen my children, they were underneath my house. They would get underneath the kitchen and beat underneath the floor. So by the time I run to the kitchen to find out where the noise is, they're underneath my bedroom, beating on the outside window of the bedroom. Well, the crawl space wasn't big enough for me to crawl up underneath the house. About 3 months into my targeting, I went underneath my mobile home. And they had cut out by hand. They had cut out 4 feet of dirt and hauled it out in buckets where they could run from one end of my house to the other. They had speakers set up, little tiny. This is before we had the tech that we have now. It wasn't all these tiny speakers and tiny cameras like we have now. They had them. They didn't let us know they had them. They had my whole house wired for sound, for lighting. They could cast a shadow on the wall. They messed with me like I was watching Bigfoot on TV. The Bigfoot, Finding Bigfoot or something like that on TV. They would go to all my customers' yards and they would take one of those Bigfoot prints that are cut out that you put on your shoes. They would spray that down with Roundup and walk through my customers' $1 million lawns that I had. Customers in the most expensive golf courses, in the most expensive neighborhoods in Nickery, North Carolina. And they would walk through these yards with these Bigfoot feet on their feet and just kill the grass. And here I am walking around, I'm mowing through there, and I look down and here's these Bigfoot tracks everywhere. And then I would lose the job. So everywhere I went, there was a Bigfoot track. Just to mock me more and more and more. Let me get right back with you. I got to get right back, guys. I've got to go.